my beautiful people. With the release of The Batman on March 4th, I wanted to take a minute to talk about Iron Man. No, seriously, let's talk about Batman for a minute.
But with all of the different movies, shows, video games, comics, whatever that I can talk about, how can I pick just one?
We're gonna be talking about the Burton Batman. Yeah, Burton Batman.
But before we do that, we need to talk about the state of Batman in the mainstream at this point. During the 60s, comic books became a hell of a lot sillier due to the parents' complaint about the amount of violence in them. This era of comics is what the 60s Batman TV series starring Adam West and Burt Ward as Batman and Robin respectively was directly based on. The show was a hit, getting 3 seasons of feature film and bringing Batman and comic books in general into the mainstream. After the show ended, darker comics came back with a vengeance, and so did Batman comics. But while the Batman comics were becoming dark and serious again, most non-comic fans still saw Batman as... But all that changed when 2 pieces of Batman media came out which reintroduced the darker Batman to the mainstream. Frank Miller's The Dark Knight Returns and Tim Burton's film adaptation. One of the best things about this movie are the actors. Nowadays, Michael Keaton is seen as one of the best Batmans ever. He's even reprising his role in the new Flash movie. But back then, everyone thought that Keaton would be terrible, mainly because he was mostly known for Mr. Mom at the time. But if you saw Beetlejuice, you'd know that he's a pretty diverse actor. And this movie's gotta be one of his best performances ever. What's pretty clever is that we actually aren't introduced to Bruce Wayne until around 15 minutes into the film. And he's kind of a bit of a jerk. So for newcomers to the Batman world, it's pretty surprising to find out that billionaire playboy Bruce Wayne is in fact the Batman.
Keaton especially does a great job with all 3 personas of Bruce Wayne. The billionaire playboy, the isolated loner, and Batman. It's his performance as Batman which brought new life into the character and is what every other actor who plays him needs to live up to. Similar to Jack Nicholson as the Joker.
The Joker in this movie starts off as more of a typical gangster than a funny man. In fact, he's not even a comedian at all, unlike the comics and other adaptations. But by the time he fully becomes the Joker, he channels in his inner insanity, similar to his legendary performance in The Shining. He delivers the crazy, the fun, and the scariness that basically every good Joker needs. And the connection between Batman and the Joker is fabulous, with the Joker creating Batman and Batman creating the Joker. I also like on how we basically get every possible matchup between them. Batman versus Jack, then Joker versus Bruce Wayne, and finally, Batman versus the Joker. The last character that I want to talk about is Vicky Vale, a reporter who's dating Bruce Wayne. It kind of sucks that the two aren't together after this film, because I really enjoy them together, and Vicky is a fun character to watch. Although I guess it was worth not having her in the next movie if that meant we got Michelle Pfeiffer's Catwoman. But I'm not a fan of Batman constantly swapping love interests with every new film. Like, does anyone even remember the love interest in Batman Forever? The costume design is also fantastic. They did a great job bringing both Batman and the Joker's classic comic book outfits into live action. I especially want to highlight the Batman suit. It's arguably the best live action Batman suit ever, especially when you compare it to what came before. The rest of the costumes are also really good, definitely giving off and the visuals of course are fantastic. I mean, it's a Tim Burton movie. What were you expecting? He brought his signature gothic look that fits perfectly for Batman. Probably the best visuals have gotta be the wide shots of Gotham City, the parade, Wayne Manor, and the Batcave. And while we're on the subject of visuals, best Batmobile ever. I seriously can't think of a better live action Batmobile. Much better than that tank crap in the Nolan trilogy. And finally, the music. Danny Elfman gave us an amazing score that perfectly fits the tone that the movie is going for and the character of Batman as a whole, especially the opening credits music, which has become so iconic that many people consider it to be the official theme to the Caped Crusader, to the point where Batman the Animated Series, which is overall considered to be the best Batman adaptation, used it as its theme song.
So overall, Tim Burton's Batman is a really great movie and incredibly influential for every other version of The Dark Knight to come. We're just gonna have to wait and see on how the new Batman movie influences the character and its world in a brand new way, similar to how Burton's film did. But anyway, guys, that's all I have for this video. Are you excited for the Batman? I definitely am. So please let me know in the comments. And be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and ring the bell to be notified on when future videos are uploaded. Anyway, guys, I'll see you later. Bye!